welcome to page 35 of volume 2 of my graphic novel of comic strips, titled Down Earth. This was a challenging page in that it had a million panels, it felt like. When you do panels like this, each of them individually are fairly simple, although I think I overcomplicated a few of them. So it's not that bad that way, but it's just the sheer volume of different drawings that you have to do to finish the page. So there's like 12 panels on this page, which is insane if you think about it. It's not done very often when making a comic book. But I seem to like to try different things with this and stretch myself and really just try to torture myself physically while I do this. So maybe I felt like I needed to punish myself to get this page done. I don't know. It's what the story needed. In the end, it's what the story needs. Just remind yourself that when I wrote every single one of these pages, it was either 3 or 4 panels, and it was supposed to fit in a comic strip format or a newspaper. I'm not sure how I got from that to 12 panels, but I did it, and it came out okay. I do know how I get to that point. I have a basic overall plot written, and the part that carries the story forward was the part that goes into the 3 or 4 panels. All the extra stuff is written on the fly based on, what I'm thinking about, or some cool, interesting backstory that, helps flesh out the life that's going on around me. And that's a lot. I'm discovering that's a lot. At 40, I'm discovering. Slow learner. That's an awful lot like real life. You have your basic plot, the things that you set out to do and you plan for. And then you have all this other stuff that happens either in the background or on the side, or stuff you don't even notice that's going on around you that flesh out the environment, that flesh out the rest of your life beyond what the basic plan is. And I think it enriches the story, and it enriches people's stories as well, the story of their lives. So, background character, you have Caterpillar. He's eating, and he was part of the whole, living in the cave thing. And so he all of a sudden decides that he's ready to become a caterpillar. So he crawls up the wall there and goes chrysalis, and turns into a butterfly and flies off, and basically calls everything that's going on crazy, because quite frankly it is crazy. There's extraterrestrial robots, and there's cave people, and there's all kinds of stuff going on there, and he's had enough, and he's ready to go. And that could be a lesson too, really. If there's too much craziness going on, there's nothing really stopping you from leaving, to removing yourself from the crazy situation so that you can function your best and be your best self. Not to be mistaken with running away from your problems or just leaving because something is difficult right then. If the situation is genuinely crazy and detrimental to yourself, then yeah, I can see the argument for leaving. But if it's just to escape a difficult situation or to, avoid dealing with difficult things, then yeah, that's probably not the best thing in the world. I'm looking up, and I'm recording this at like 7 o'clock in the morning, or 7 o'clock in the evening, sorry. I'm so used to filming, recording these things. But my schedule is way off, okay? And it works for me, but it doesn't fit in with everybody else's thoughts on how the day is supposed to work. So it's 7 p.m. and I'm looking up, and it's a full moon, and it's a really nice thing to look at. It's something cool to enjoy. Someday we may get to go to the moon. I probably won't be alive for that to be a normal thing. My kids may. They might be older. I'm really hoping that my grandkids get to go. If I have it. So the robot is panicking because his plant is not growing as fast as he thinks it should. I think the robot has unrealistic expectations of this plant. And that leads to panic and obsession about how things should be. And that this page is full of lessons, full of things to think about. I think it was very thoughtful when I did this page. Unrealistic expectations will be your downfall every time if you cling to them. I'm not sure where this robot got the expectation that the plant was going to grow as fast as he seems to think it should. Maybe some programming from whatever planet they're from has seeped back in and the plants grow faster where he's from. I don't know. But he seems to think that this plant should grow really, really fast, and it's not. So he has unrealistic expectations of that, and so it's ruining his day and his entire situation where he's on this planet trying to get his research done and trying to help these plants grow, and he's gotten attached to something and he has unrealistic expectations for it. You have to be careful of that. Don't have unrealistic expectations of other things or other people, or even yourself. You have to check and make sure that your expectations are in fact reasonable, so that you're not driving yourself nuts or ruining what good things you have going for you. Again, it's a very thoughtful page. Or it's just a silly page about a caterpillar turning into a butterfly and leaving and calling everybody crazy, and a robot in complete distress because the plant isn't growing fast enough, and everybody's looking at him strange because he's acting weird for anybody, let alone a robot. It could go either way. So we're at the end of this video, and I wanted to thank you for listening to me ramble and watching me draw. I'm giving thought to trying different ways of presenting this information, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Joe, you've been a big support. If you're watching this on YouTube, head over to my Patreon at patreon.com/AlanDunlap. Chip in $1 or $2. It's okay. It's cool. If you do, you don't. It's a tip jar. If you do, it really helps towards buying art supplies. And you'll get a thank you in a video and be immortalized forever, because YouTube is never going to go away. Because things on the internet are permanent. Also, I'm on Instagram under Alan Dunlap. I post almost daily. And my Facebook page for the artwork is also Alan Dunlap. And I hope to hear from you and enjoy what you watch. Alright. Talk to you later. Bye.